So, today I want to talk to you about time and how I feel like I don't have time. And I feel like this is something that a lot of us experience, that we don't have time to do everything that we have to do and everything that we want to do. And usually we end up doing things that we have to do and become resentful because we don't have time to do the things that we want to do. So, as I've been doing this soul searching, I have been wanting to get more things done. I feel more motivated and excited to do new projects and do these blogs, and blogs take time. and so, mm, I have come to the point where I'm like, oh my God, I don't have time. I just don't have time to do everything that I want to do. So, I was writing about it today, and I decided to apply the steps to get rid of your negative beliefs or beliefs that don't serve you to the concept of time. So I talked about those steps in my last video, which was how our beliefs shape us. Um, but I'm going to go over the steps right now with time. So the first thing is to identify where when your concept of uh, not having time, this idea of I don't have enough time to do what I want, came from. And I believe that that's not very hard. It's all over, all the society, your school, your parents, everybody feels that way. It's very common. So, from the moment that you begin to notice the world, you start to realize that nobody has time for anything. So most of all, your parents don't they feel like they don't have time for themselves. It's especially as an adult looking back, you can see that how much your mom, your dad, they sacrificed, right? They sacrificed for you, um, their children, and kind of gave up their themselves and their own desires. So that's definitely something that is noticeable from the the moment that you begin to actually have any concept of the world. Of course, school is the same. Teachers don't have time. They're constantly stressed out. Whatever. So that's where it comes from. Something that I forgot to mention in my last video is how is this idea, this belief, silly? I know that maybe it seems very real, but how can it be looked at as ridiculous? And that's very simple. If you really look at the concept of time, you realize that it's not real, right? Time, this time that we have, that we spend, that we give time, that we run out of time, right? Time is non existence. It's a word that we have given to the relationship of the cosmos, the flow of Earth, Sun, and their relationship, right? How they turn around each other and it turns night and day. So we have given this relationship a word, calling it time. And now time is against us, right? So I mean, another cool thing to do is just write down all your beliefs about time. So, but so that is just, I mean, time does not really exist. It's just this made up thing that we all agreed on to serve a purpose to for us to get to our work on time and do certain things, meet up at around a certain time. So it was just kind of used as a map, as a guideline. Um, so that's how it could be looked at as ridiculous. The third thing is how does this belief affect your life? For my relationships, it certainly does because and it's very. I think if you look at your life, you will feel the same way. When you feel like you don't have time to do the things that you want, usually you're taken away from yourself, right? From the things that you want to do things that you have to do. And well, part of that is work, so it makes you resentful towards work, right? You hate your work. Then part of that is spending time with other people. People that you love expect you to do certain things for them or ask you to do certain things for them and spend time with them, and you want to spend time with them, right? So then you take away time from the things that are not necessary, right? Like, for example, making your art, and you spend that time with your mom or mm, husband or whoever. So then what happens is, after a while, when you do this, when you take away time from yourself and what your inner desires are, then you start to fill yourself up with resentment because you hate that you are taking away time from your what you love to do, and you have to spend it for somebody else or on something else. So it just builds resentment, and definitely affects relationship. What happens is, sometimes when people ask you to even do something, you just get mad just because they asked. I mean, obviously you can say no, right? But it doesn't feel that way. So you get angry because you feel like you have to do this, and once again take away time from yourself. So next thing that I think it really affects is your health. Because when you feel like you don't have time, then you're constantly stressed out. So you feel this burden on your shoulders, and all this stress turns into feeling, getting old faster, and affects your body. So there's that. And then what you want to do is this, how will it look like if you do get rid of that belief? So if I get rid of it, I will feel like I can do anything, kind of invincible, right? If you did not think that you don't have time, if you really believed that time did not affect you, if you were free of this thought, what would you do? I personally feel like I would be free, just feel like I can do anything. So definitely would get more stuff done. We'll plan more things, and feel happier. So you want to also write down like how you will feel, how your relationships will change. Um, so just in general, it would definitely make me happier to get rid of that thought. And lastly is, what thought can you replace it with? What belief? And I personally don't want to even think that time is real. So, except for places that it needs to be applied, obviously, to get to work on time or when I'm meeting somebody. But other than that, it's illusion. So, what I'm replacing that belief with is that time is irrelevant in doing the things that I want. Is irrelevant. It's not part of the equation of if I can do the things that I want. So it's not. I don't have time. It's just it's not part of it. So if that makes any sense, but for me it does. So you can replace your idea of there's not enough time with something that empowers you. Maybe it's just that there is enough time to do everything that you want, or that you have all the time in the world. So you can replace it with what empowers you. I hope that helps you, and thanks for taking the time to watch this. Leave me your comments. Let me know if what you think about time. Thanks.